guys, this is Young. This is just a tutorial videos about how do you finish your first exercise. All right, this is gonna be a very simple, very easy exercise. I believe you probably have done it in your basic design class, or maybe your painting class, or your drawing class. But this is just a sheet that you will download it from our Moodle page from this week. As you see, the goal is we're going to use different volume tone and lines and dots to finish or fill it up all the boxes in here. Along with different light, you have highlights all the way to the darkness light. So here's just a tutorial of what I would do for mine. So if you want to keep up with it, you can always pause it if you want to see what I'm doing there and stuff like that. All right, now first thing I want to do is you want to select your brush tool. Now keyboard shortcut of that is B, and moving up here is your brushes library. So in here you can browse a lot of different brushes, different textures, and you can resize your brushes as well. Here's are the general brushes. I believe all these brushes in the folders are my default brushes. They all in my Photoshop. If you have different brushes you want to use for this particular project, you are welcome to use it as well. But what I'm going to be using for this specific project is going to be the charcoal brushes from the dry media brushes folder. Here's how you choose different color. This is what we call different color picker, and you have different value. So what I'm doing here is I chose the color black, and just to start off with the first row. Obviously the first one is a highlight, so it's gonna be bright. It's supposed to be just white, so we can leave that alone. And what I'm working on here is I'm started to work on the darkness one. This project is very easy, but it's really just time consuming, that you're probably gonna use a lot of time for this, but take your time. This project will be due on Sunday, so you will have a whole week to working on this. So you can resize your brush if you want, especially to fill it up with the whole box with a lot of brushes, a lot of space. You can use your open bracket to desize it, or you can use your closing bracket on your keyboard to enlarge it if you want. Or you can resize it on the brush options, and you see sizes up there as well. All right, now since I've finished the last one, or the darkness one, and then I'm slightly moving up a little bit on my color picker, and as you see, the gray it's kind of turning to gray instead of black. You can't really tell by screen, but if you print it out, you can definitely see it on the print that you're actually looks like it's a black, but it's not. So like I said, take a little time working on it, do it right, working on the edges as well. So that's what I'm doing here. In case if you if you draw a little bit over the edge, don't worry about it. You can always go back with your eraser tool, and you can always refine the edges here. But what I'm looking here is just the correct volume tone to it. So like I said, take your time to do it. And here I'm just basically saving a little time, because it's going to be a really large file. If I take my time to do it, it's going to be like an hour video. Definitely wouldn't want that, so I did that just for demonstrate. So try to fill it up the box as you know, whatever you can do, take your time to it. Don't do what I did there. I'm just trying to save some time. All right, moving up back all the way to the black. And then what we're gonna do start to do with the lines here. So make sure, you know, we're working on the highlights here. So you don't really need a lot of lines here, but I actually start with the darkness as well. So just, like I said, just making each lines there. You don't have to worry about the edges for now. You can always go back and use your eraser tool to erase this back, to refine all the edges if you want. Trying to make it more, you know, darker, add a little bit more tone to it. Alright, I guess this looks pretty good. And then moving on to the dark one. All look pretty good. Then the next step is giving you guys a little example of what's the highlight one supposed to look like. Just maybe just a few lines there. All good to go. And then working on my middle or my medium light there. Just to save some time, I'm gonna give you guys the end result of my of mine. So what I'm doing is just trying to do it quick. As you see right there, I did a couple of lines. Try not to give any lines in your dot in the dots ones. If you do have did a little mistake, you don't have to always go back to eraser to erase. You can always do Command Z to undo what you did. And here you can enlarge your brush if you want to fill it up a little bit faster. So what I did here is basically just enlarge the size of my brush so I can do a little bit quicker. You can enlarge all the way up, so that way, and just by tapping on the tablet, so that way it's going to give you a lot of dot fields and you see a lot of textures like that. Like I said, give you guys get yourself one of your favorite drink, coffee or whatever drink you like, and just really just enjoy doing stuff like this. This is since this is the first exercise, I do want you guys to give like a really good feeling of it. Now here we're going to move on to our hatch lines. So I'm going to decrease the size so we can draw some lines as well. And I'm starting off on the darkness as well. And here I'm working on the highlight. Basically change your color from the color picker to white, because we do have a real good mid tone in the middle because it's 50% gray. And then what I like to do is I like to find out the darkness first and then the highlight, and then work from, you know, two sides to the middle. And then here I'm working on just the dots here, like you see I'm increasing the size, so make the brush like a lot bigger, and basically just tapping on the top lid, so it'll give you, you know, the whatever exactly what you're looking for. The highlight's supposed to be a little bit more brighter than that. Like I said, I am going to show you guys the end result. And if you do have any question about this related to this week, anything, if you're confused about what to do, and if you're having trouble with setting up your tablet, shoot me an email, text me if it's urgent, and we can schedule for a Zoom meeting, or maybe even we can meet in person to help you out with it. All right, here what I'm looking for is the paint bucket tool. So here, to save you some time, is you can choose any color that you want. Me personally, my favorite color is red, so I'm going to use red. But you see the color slider there. You can choose whatever color you want to do. In this case, I want to use red, and I'm going to use highlight there, and then you can actually tone it down and to fill it up from all the way from highlight all the way to the darkness. There you go. Now we're working on the low light. And then we're working on the 50% of it. You don't have to do it exactly what it is, exactly what I'm doing there. Found your own favorite color and do it right. Alright, looks real good. And then I am going to give you guys the end result. And here's the result. After you finish, you can go save your project, and make sure you save it as a JPEG, or you can save it as a PDF, whatever the format is, and you can turn it in on Moodle page. And enjoy your project, enjoy your exercise. I will see you guys next week. Like I said, if you do have any question, please let me know, and I will see you guys next week.